10年一緒に旅しただけだし、なんでもっと知ろうと思わなかったんだろう。
Hey, so it's Sunday, the results are in, and the Crunchyroll 2025 Anime Awards are out, and can't tell by the title, I'm a low-key disappointed, so let's just chat about it a little bit. Also, peep my little tiny Frieren. I got this for my birthday, one of my friends delivered to me, so shout out to you. I doubt you're watching my video, but yeah, shout out for the little birthday gift. I really like it. But yeah, I stayed up watching the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and mostly because I was already up finishing a different anime for like a different video I was planning on doing. But when I got the notification that the awards were happening, it was like 4 a.m. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm actually going to stay up and watch it. I watched it. There was some good performances by Lisa and by Flo. And there was a lot of people I was surprised by seeing, especially the actors from Stranger Things and David, the guy who made the one song from Invincible. And the awards actually surprised me. If you can't tell by the title, I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm a little bit shocked. Genuinely shocked, actually, by how many awards Solo Leveling won. When I tell y'all the glaze for this show is unreal, it's literally unreal. I've seen people online speculate that the votes was rigged, mostly due to the fact that Crunchyroll, which is owned by Sony, has a high stakes and Solo Leveling, so they changed the algorithm so Solo Leveling is able to win because they use data prediction and they rigged it. That sounds like a really far-fetched conspiracy, but it might hold some truth to it, mostly due to the fact that Crunchyroll is directly responsible for the production of Solo Leveling along with A1, so like they hyped it up to be the best thing ever. Also, it's a very anticipated manga, which is a Korean manga, I believe so. I haven't actually read it. I have no interest in Solo Leveling. It's never actually appeared, like, to me. It's like never appealed to me. I much prefer like romance anime or like characters that have actual depth, but that comes from like a Dragon Ball fan. But I still think Dragon Ball's a lot better than Solo Leveling. I just never saw the hype for Solo Leveling, so the fact that I was able to win 3 awards: Best Main Character of the Year, Sun Jin-moon, which is actually surprising; Best Action of the Year, Solo Leveling; Best Anime of the Year, Solo Leveling. I believe it won another award for like Best Music or something like that, which that makes it what, 4 awards. And I kid you not, people are already saying Solo Leveling is the best thing ever, and it's kind of annoying that people are gonna hold Solo Leveling to a standard that almost any other anime cannot compare it to. So that to me is probably the most annoying thing about the awards. Whenever one specifically wins, and people are just gonna glaze it forever. But the fact that Frieren fans and Leveling fans were battling out for Anime of the Year back when the voting started in April was honestly genuinely funny to me. I wanted Frieren to win, yes, so Solo Leveling fans could shut the hell up. Like, I promise you, I just wanted them to shut the hell up because they were glazing the show like it was the second coming of Jesus or something. Like, it's unbelievable how hype the show is. Yeah, it has fantastic animation, but as far as story goes, it just seems like a power fantasy from like the clips that I've seen. Oh, Sun Jin-moon just gets stronger by defeating monarchs or something. I don't know the lore of the show, so I don't know what to tell you, but that's all it seems. It just seems like a little battle fantasy that people like because they feel like the main character, kind of like a video game of sorts where you just go and battle stronger enemies with each level. That's just my take on Solo Leveling. I haven't actually seen it. I haven't actually read it, mostly because I have no direct interest in the show. But congrats to the show for winning all those awards. The they deserve it, yeah, I don't know. But what's funny is this isn't actually based on season 2. This is actually for the season 1 of Solo Leveling, and I know season 1 was a bit slower paced. It didn't have that much like fighting compared to the second season, where it was pretty much non-stop fighting. So I think most people are kind of surprised to learn that it was season 1 of Solo Leveling that actually won all these awards, which is actually pretty amazing, to be honest. It's quite shocking, and like I said, there's a conspiracy that said it was rigged from the beginning based on votes, blah blah blah, but I don't know about that. But will I watch Solo Leveling? No, I literally have no interest in that. As far as the other awards, McKean, Too Many Losing Heroines won Best Slice of Life of the year. I'm pretty excited for that. It's literally one of my favorite romance and slice of life shows of the past year. Like, I made a video on it if you guys want to go check it out. I really fuck with that show. Also, I'll make a quick announcement about that show at the end of this video. But what else? Look Back won Best Film of the Year, which is obviously, given compared to the other choices, it was obviously gonna win. Demon Slayer beating One Piece for like Best Continuing Anime is actually a genuinely surprise to me, to be honest, because Demon Slayer beating One Piece is kind of crazy. It beat out Bleach as well. It also got Best Animation, or it won something else. Like, I can't remember, but it won like 2 awards. But as far as the other contestants, like Apothecary Diaries, I just started watching it. It won absolutely nothing. Dandadan won something. I can't remember exactly what it was. There's also some weird drama with Dandadan, I heard. But trying to remember what else. Oh yeah, Kaiju Number 8 absolutely won nothing. Spy X Family won something, I think. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, as far as the point of this video, Frieren. I genuinely want to talk about Frieren because I want to talk about the solo leveling stuff first and some of the other contestants. But Frieren losing is actually a genuinely surprising me. Yeah, it won Best Director of the Year, or Best Drama, I believe. Which, I mean, is still pretty good, but I was hoping Frieren would act, like I said, I was hoping Frieren would win so the solo leveling fans would shut the hell up about glazing their thing. I made a video on TikTok and recently, and people have been saying, oh, we don't want an old hag or whatever. But no, let me tell you about Frieren. I actually haven't finished it entirely, which is why I haven't actually fully made a video dedicated to Frieren. I'll go over that eventually when I actually finish the show. I'll talk about that when I make that video eventually. But Frieren, to me, is actually one of those series that feels innovational. It feels very unique in the sense that it's not an isekai and it's something brand new. It's something much more original. The first episode is very emotionally packed. It's very active because it shows you like certain characters from beginning to end, and then it just leaves you off on like, damn, that was actually pretty sad, and it just continues. To me, Frieren is that show that you have to watch. Yeah, some people don't like it. They say it's kind of boring or whatnot. To me, it reminds me a lot of Lord of the Rings because it feels like a continuing journey, because like it's titled, it's called Frieren's Beyond Journey's End. It essentially follows our main protagonist Frieren as she deals with the passage of time, trying to understand humanity a bit better. She goes on her adventures and whatnot. Along the way, she meets heroes and other people, and it's only till almost a century later she starts to realize and reminisce, damn, I low-key miss these people. So this is what humanity feels in this short time they're alive. It's essentially her trying to understand the meaning of life. It's essentially her just trying to deal with the passage of time and the fact that everyone she knows about her is eventually going to wither away and die, and she's going to be the one remaining, which is why she tries to hide her emotions as much as possible. I love the Frieren memes and like all this stuff about it. Frieren was one of those shows that was literally everywhere when it first came out, and the fact that people are still talking about it is honestly amazing. I've seen so many amazing Frieren cosplays. I've seen so many amazing edits. I've seen so many amazing videos about this show because it's something you can actually enjoy. You can actually enjoy the story. Like I said, it's a passage of time type of story. An immortal elf, and then you meet 2 human characters. And the fact that its main protagonist is a woman is actually pretty interesting, because I know in these days having a female protagonist, having a woman protagonist is kind of hard, because to advertise it with other people, some people are gonna hate on it, mostly because it's a girl leading the centerpiece, and then there's some characters that are guys and other are girls, such as Fern. But the fact that it's like a girl-centered protagonist leading the journey and you see some other people along the way is really fascinating to me. Like, this feels something like a lot innovational, because it's not necessarily an isekai. At first I thought it was an isekai, but no, it's self-centered. It's like in its own world. It's not connected to isekai, though. It's not like a sequel series. It's its own original thing. To me, I find it very fascinating. It's one of those series that, yeah, sure, it might be boring to some people. People may not like it. Other people may enjoy it because of its slow pace and its world building, because of how fantastic it is. To me, that's why Frieren like is amazing. It's a beautiful story with beautiful animation, and you can understand the depth and the emotion of these characters as their journey continues. So the fact that it was robbed of anime of the year, in my honest opinion, is kind of a shame. It's very annoying. Like I said, Solo Leveling fans are gonna hold this over everyone for the rest of the year up until next year. Maybe it's gonna win anime of the year next year game, which would be absolutely annoying. But the fact that Frieren won almost nothing, and I've seen people complain, oh yeah, because Frieren doesn't deserve it. It doesn't deserve to be anime of the year. It doesn't deserve anything good because it's such a boring ass show. Like, who would want a show with characters, depths, emotion, complexities, a story about human innovation, a story about human me? I want stories about that. I absolutely adore stories where you understand the dilemma of human morality. You understand the dilemma of human time, the passage of time, what it means to be alive. So the fact that it did not win and a lot of people voted for this is insane. I know when the first episode came out, people were claiming it to be one of the greatest things they ever saw. Same thing with Solo Leveling, but Frieren is just on a different level. Me, as someone who's not too big into fantasy type of stories, Frieren absolutely hit. I fell in love with the first episode. Yeah, some of the other episodes felt a little bit slower paced, felt a little bit boring to me, which is why I haven't fully finished it, but it's still a very much enjoyable show with amazing animation, with fantastic characters. So the fact that it didn't win is like really baffling to me. But that's just my take on Frieren. It really should have won. This feels like last year all over again, where Bocchi the Rock did not win Anime of the Year. I personally think it should have won Anime of the Year last year. That's why I'm wearing my Bocchi shirt. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about for the Anime Awards. And it's free over, basically. Also, the one thing I'm genuinely surprised is the fact that Mushoku Tensei did not win Best Isekai of the Year. I believe that's also a new category. And Rezero won, which is I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not the biggest fan of Rezero, to be honest. I much prefer Mushoku Tensei, but I do see why people did not vote for Mushoku Tensei, because it's a very interesting series. I personally will defend the show with my life. I really fuck with it, but I'm very disappointed it did not win Anime of the Year, or Best Isekai. Low-key disappointing, but yeah, congrats to Solo Leveling for winning, and if you Solo Leveling fans are just gonna hold this over everyone's head, good for you, but Frieren deserves so much better. It really did. It really did. Anyways, that being said, I'll catch you guys on my next video. Also, speaking of that thing I was gonna mention earlier, yeah, so speaking of McKean, how it won anime or best slice of life, I'm actually going to be participating in the McKean event here at this one event at Uwu Market. It's located in Louisville or whatnot, so like I'll be selling some merch, like the clothing brand like I made for this with me and my friend. We're gonna be there. Some of the English VA actors for McKean Too Many Losing Heroines are going to be there. It's basically an event centered around McKean Too Many Losing Heroines. There's also going to be a K-pop event if you guys do want to stop by. It's actually on the 7th of June. I might correct it, I'll put the link down below, but if you guys are interested in pulling up, I'll have a bunch of original merch and whatnot. There's also going to be like the voice actors if you want to meet them, and there's going to be a bunch of McKean fan art. So if you guys are interested in going, I highly recommend so. Click the link down below. So if you're in the DFW area, be sure to pull up there. I will be there as Artist Ali. So with that being said, this is my take on the Anime Awards, and yeah, what did you guys think? Are you surprised? Are you not? Because I was surprised and I was not. So yeah, I'll see you on my next one. Peace.